This will be a little quick one, but I wanted to make sure I got this down too. Well, it's not that food isn't bad, or it's not that meat is bad for people. It's just that raw meat is bad for people. People would say, I see other animals eat it and they don't get sick. But if you were looking at the animal and you thought the animal would get sick from eating it, and then watch that same animal, it'll get sick. Or if the animal eats stuff that, if they're your animal, and you would think that you would get sick if you ate that, and they ate it and they were connected with you vibrationally, they'll get sick. Or if you neglect that animal and they feel neglected, they can feel sick. So they have their own personal or their own individual feeling, their own individual mind that develops things. We know that. Okay, well, doesn't matter on the size of the brain. It depends on just the manner in which those things eat the certain foods, eat the certain vegetables, eat the certain fruits. Parrots and birds that eat their certain things can remember words, although their brains are small, because of what's in what they eat. Okay? People can eat meat. We know that. But why do we cook meat? When you burn something, it goes away. All its properties are taken out of it. When you steam water, it disappears. When you burn paper of physical things, okay, if you burn or heat things that are physical, they disappear or they burn up. So when you eat meat, they tell you to cook it. So when you cook it, you kill it. So you're putting dead stuff in your body. That's not good. If you put live stuff in your body, that's also not good, because the live stuff holds the memory of the thing it was. The plants and the things that sit still, they want to do something. They want to move. They are the plan plus. They are the planet. They are the planet. They're all over the planet. But they're the plan plus because they're all over. The planet itself is E because it's elsewhere. It's the whole entire thing. It's not just right here. It's not the immediate plan. Plan T. Plan T. Okay? Those are it. Me is not I. When you say I and me, you know that me is what you have told me I am, my mom and dad told me I am, the world has told me I am, and what the world I'm made up of is me. When I talk about something that I reference to that I myself mean, of course I say I, and so do you. When you say me, you say what you think you are. When you say I, you say, you're like, I don't know about you, but me and my friends, when you say me and my friends, you don't know if they're your friends. When you say my friends and I, they're your friends and I. Because you can't say me and my friends, because you don't know if they're your friends. You just think they are. But if you say my friends and I, you can say my friends, I guess. It's not for sure. Then you say I, because you're separate than me and my friends. Because your friends aren't you, but you and your friends are also separate from who I is. So, with that all being said, we get back to the meat. When the women could eat rib meat from anything, because they're ribs, but you get better, purer, living energy for your body from rose hips, because it's a math problem, how rose hips are ribs. Same thing. But maybe we don't think they taste very well, because we were born and brought up to eat pigs, which we call sows, which is actually quite sour, which roll around in slop, which is also mentioned as shit. A big slop pile of shit. And sows roll around in it. They pig out on it. And the woman was made from a rib. The rib of the dirt. The reoccurring identity body. The man, God breathed life into man. Man doesn't mean male. It just means human. A manager. God breathed the life into man. At this point, it turns into Adam, and Adam represents the male. But Adam was tempted by Eve because Eve was here first to have the knowledge. The serpent means one that usurps. When you usurp, you take something from it. When you serve yourself, that's it. When you say serpent, it's like instead of per, like if you say per for each per, you say sir, you're serving yourself. He's a serpent. When you have pent up things, they're in you. They're in a pen plus. They're pent. They're pent up. So the serpent serves himself from you. Serpent. That's what the serpent does. And the serpent wasn't serving himself from you in a way where he was trying to say, hey, this is bad. He was trying to serve himself saying, hey, if you eat the apple, the metaphoric apple, you will become wise. And over time, over a long time apparently, you'll become wise enough to know that I am you. And you wouldn't want to strike me or hurt me. And until then, why do you think cobras and certain snakes have this mystical thing? Because in this side of the world, snakes are feared. In that side of the world, they are too, but not to some people. And now some people aren't afraid of snakes here either, so that's just a certain side. There is no side of the world. It's just what we think our ego does. So in our ego, there's sides of the world. But in our spirit, there isn't. So that's why I'll say one thing and then clarify it, because I'm coming from both sides at the same time. I'm trying to help people purely and completely. And if they need me to fill something in, all I have to do is ask me and I can fill in the holes. I just don't want to waste time saying things that really don't matter. The stuff that doesn't matter is basically all of history and all of future. And honestly, all that's going on now in the present moment that has to do with anyone's ego, none of it matters. All that matters is that the things that will make it continue, which are pure thinking and knowing what you're doing and wisdom, those only are the things we need. Nothing else. Action will come once you know the truth. Once you're wise, you'll have no question what to do. So, till next time. Peace.